How to Write a 5-Dimensional Opening Scene Using Tarot Cards, Part 11. Over the past 10 parts, we've been focusing on the opening hook, the problem, the solution, the contribution, the setting, the mental state, the physical, the feeling, the conclusion, and what comes next. In this video, we're going to be focusing on this S card. It's the signifier card. Now, if you have never read or touched a tarot card before, please go back and look at the last 10 videos because on each of those videos, I gave you a worksheet to work through to give you prompts on how to read a tarot card. For this series, I have been using the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. However, if you are writing a zombie story, I'm going to recommend that you go out and buy a zombie deck. If you are writing a mermaid story, please go out and buy a mermaid deck. It goes the same with vampires, dragons, cats, dogs, regular people, haunted houses, anything like that. We want your world or the cards to look like the world that you are trying to create as much as possible. Traditionally, the signifier card would be pulled first. It gives us a focal point and an anchor for the rest of the spread to speak to us. Usually the signifier card represents our main character, and as we've been building the spread and going through these last 10 parts, I have been using terminology to connect all of these cards with the main character. However, I want to add to that a little bit, flip it, and give it a new direction for those of you who want to go in a different direction and work differently than from character's point of view. So what does our full spread look like? So this is the spread that we've been building over the last 10 parts, and the card that made me think about this in a more expansive way than just the main character was this contribution card. In my opinion, a creative piece, as a creative person, our creative pieces are living things. They are living entities that have a voice of their own, and we are the vessels to bring those living things to life. If you've ever experienced how you are trying to get words out and you're forcing it and it's not working, but then you just kind of let the piece take control, that's what I'm talking about. So if that's the case, why can't our signifier card be the opening scene or represent the opening scene? Going a little bit further, why can't our signifier card represent the actual project that we're working on writing? So how do you choose a signifier card? Well, what I would do is lay out all the cards first and see what your first initial instincts are of what you want to accomplish. With a character, look at the characters on the card. How are they dressed? What are they doing? And see how that embodies the main character that you currently envision. To choose a signifier for your opening scene, I want you to look at the scenes in the card, not necessarily the people, but the scenes. On the card, what happened before the card, what's going to happen after the card, and use that as a scene signifier, as an anchor, to bring all of these cards together. Now, if you want to choose a signifier for your project, I would kind of do the same thing, just with those, like what I did before, but as you're doing the rest of your work on your story, have that card laying out somewhere nearby so that you have an anchor for yourself of what to keep going back to. Now in part 12, this is the series finale of this series, and I'm going to be showing you some different ways about how you can pull cards to create more of a practice for yourself and make it more personalized for your own creative process. And I'll see you there.